Welcome to another episode of The Wave. My name is Adam.
My name's Nick. Welcome
Welcome.
aboard. It's the weekly news and chat show from the world famous Bottom of the Stream podcast.
It is indeed. That is what we do. That is what we are. That's what we achieve weekly.
Achievement.
Unlocked.
How are you?
I am okay, thank you.
Good.
How are you?
Brilliant.
I have a stiff neck.
Right.
I've not
Swallow
been able
a
to move
Viagra?
Yeah. I've not been able to move my head all day. That's what you're supposed to do with Viagra.
I get a Viagra stuck.
I haven't been able to move my head all day. It's really annoying. But apart from that, I'm okay.
What's caused this?
I think I must have just slept funny on it.
Did you look up too long?
Maybe.
What have you been looking up at? Or down?
No, I don't think so. Or to the left.
You might have slept funny, yeah. You might
I
have
think I did sleep funny.
been doing some tumbling in your sleep.
Maybe.
Have any dreams about being in a circus?
Every night. I feel like running away to the circus some days.
Do people still do that?
I don't know.
Is a circus thing
There's
a
a
big
circus
thing?
in town at the minute.
Yeah, I know.
We should maybe run away and go there.
What skill would you... What act would you be at the circus? Bearded lady?
I've got a beard. I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I can juggle.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe I could be a clown.
Yeah, but on fire.
Yeah, why not?
Because
What?
makes
I
it
be
better.
on fire or the juggling balls are on fire?
Start with the flaming balls and see how
If I
things
start
go.
juggling flaming balls, I'll end up on fire. So one without the other.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. Fancy it? Should we just go and run away to the circus?
Yeah. I'll do...
You'd be a good ringmaster, I reckon.
Yeah, that's been said. I was going to go with, like, tight ropes.
Oh, really?
But I'll master some rings, that's
Have
fine.
you got good balance?
Well, practice, you know.
Practice makes perfect.
Aim high.
I think that's what you do with tight ropes.
Yeah,
isn't it?
exactly.
Start low and aim high.
Yeah.
So
I'll
don't
start with
fall off.
the less tight rope.
Slack
the,
ropes.
Yeah, the training rope, and go from there.
What are we talking about?
Circusing.
Circusing, why not? How's your week been?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah? Got up to much?
I don't think have I done anything exciting. The fact that nothing's jumping into my mind is probably telling me no. Just some boring things, getting the house straight. Really.
Is the building work all done now?
Yeah, all done.
Excellent.
I
That's
put
a while.
a dining room table up.
Oh, nice.
That took
You've
a while.
Very manly just lately. Building things.
Needs must.
Plumbing things and all sorts.
What else? I think that's about it. Oh, I finally got round to watching a movie.
Okay.
Should we be doing this now?
Yeah, why not?
I
We don't have any structure.
I watched Pizza and a Magnum movie on Saturday night.
Okay.
I watched Spider-Man, whatever the latest Spider-Man is.
No Way Home.
Yeah, with all the Spider-Men.
With all the Spider-Mens. What did you think?
Oh, I was a bit underwhelmed, to be honest.
Oh, really?
It was fine.
Why? What made you underwhelmed?
I was just like, this ain't
Did you
all
not
that.
Did you not get the nostalgia trip?
Not really.
I didn't either.
I'm not really that
I think
nostalgic about previous Spider-Men.
I think it's our generation. I think we're just a little bit too old for it. We never really grew up with a Spider-Man,
No.
but people below us have, whether it be Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield.
I was like, yeah, I remember going to see that film. But
yeah,
I'm not,
when I was an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rumours are coming out today that Tobey Maguire is going to get a fourth Spider-Man film.
Sam Raimi's done an interview recently saying he wouldn't be against it. That's where that's come from.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
Which I'm sure he wouldn't be against this.
No, of course he wouldn't. Can we have two
But it
active
doesn't mean
Spider-Men?
it's happening.
Can we have two active Spider-Men in different franchises?
Well, the rumour is that that Morbius and all that crap is Andrew Garfield's universe. So,
Oh, okay.
But it's just...
That's gone down well, hasn't it, Morbius?
Yeah,
Seems to have done
really well.
Yeah, it seems to have done really well. That
Are you not tempted to go and see it? See
I'm not tempted
how
to go and
terrible
see
it
it. I haven't been tempted to go and see it at all. So, no. And I don't think I'll bother. I might watch it when it comes to Disney Plus.
Maybe.
I'm not that fussed, to be honest.
Yeah. It was fine. Look, Spider-Man, which one is it again?
No Way Home.
No Way Home. It was fine.
They've all got home in the title for some reason. There's Homecoming,
But,
Far From Home, and No Way Home.
No, I didn't get the nostalgia stuff. I mean, Andrew Garfield's movies are only like,
Yeah, they're not even that
10
old.
to 8 years old.
Yeah.
And they weren't any good in the first place.
But for people in their 20s, that's a long time. But like they
Well, I
grew up as
suppose so, yeah.
teenagers with
I
Andrew
forgot
Garfield.
how time worked.
Yeah, it does. Just because we've experienced a lot of it, we're not really getting that.
The
nostalgia.
other thing which I don't really understand as a casual comic book movie fan, is like, why are they ploughing ahead? So Sony are ploughing ahead with like the Spider-Man villain movie, the Sinister Six, and I'm like, well, I've just watched that.
Yeah, basically.
with No Way Home.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So what's the point?
I don't know. What is the point? I think Sony are going to crash and burn with this universe they're trying to build. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
Just doesn't seem to want to be.
Because those Venom movies are pretty crap as well, aren't they?
Yeah. The first one's all right.
I've not seen the second one yet. Because again, everyone said it was.
They are what they
garbage.
are. They're nothing movies. They're just popcorn movies. They are what they are. But no, it's all right.
Okay. Sorry, my hot take to start off with from a movie that's 4 months old.
It's absolutely
everyone
fine.
Else loved, and I just thought it was fine.
Yeah, it happens a lot though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You don't conform very often.
That's not true. I don't think that's true. No, I didn't not like it.
No, it's
just my socks remained on.
Yeah, I think it's because I love Tom Holland so much. I think that's why.
He was good.
But I didn't get all the nostalgia thing. I wasn't up for the. Before it came out, all the rumours were that they are, aren't they? I wasn't really bothered by all of that. Just let Tom be Tom and do his thing.
Yeah, and also the villains they brought back. I was like, well, these were mostly just crap the first time.
Yeah.
Apart from old Dr. Octopus.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
That were my thoughts for anyone who cares.
People listen, so people must care.
That's true. Okay, shall we do some news?
Let's do some Netflix news.
Let's start with, do you like Rob Lowe?
Yeah, he's all right.
Okay, well,
nothing against him.
He has got a comedy show coming to Netflix.
Okay. Can I ask you a question about Rob Lowe before we start?
Yeah, please.
Is that his real hair in his picture?
I'm going to say yes.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he could have had some work done. I don't think it's a wig.
No, I don't think it's a wig. I think he might have had some sort of transplant going on.
Yeah, possibly. It looks a bit...
This hairline looks a bit fake.
Wispish.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's still a good-looking guy, though, isn't he?
Yeah, considering he had a tough paper round.
Yeah.
I think he looks very good. He's got a new comedy show coming to Netflix.
Okay.
And it's going to star Rob Lowe.
Yep.
And also his son.
Oh, cool.
John Owen Lowe.
I assume that's the other guy in this picture.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
He's got a bit of Frankie Muniz about him.
Yeah, he has a little bit.
I think. The father-son duo will star in Unstable, a scripted comedy series that follows an introverted son who goes to work for his wildly eccentric father in order to save him from disaster.
Okay.
Netflix says that the show is inspired by the ways in which John Owen trolls his successful father on social media.
Oh, okay. So it's a Twitter spin-off.
A Twitter spin-off. I love it. A show based on a Twitter account.
Show based on a tweet.
I did not know the existence of John Owen Lowe.
Nor did I.
Good.
But I like that he trolls his father on Twitter. I think that's quite fun.
So far, I'm like, I'm not sure. This sounds ropey.
Yeah.
But then I discovered that the showrunner for Unstable will be Victor Fresco.
Okay, that's a cool name.
Who may not be a name that immediately jumps to mind, but he was the showrunner and creator of the Santa Clarita Diet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Now that does excite me a little bit more.
Exactly, which was one of the best shows Netflix has ever done.
Yeah, it was. Cut off in its prime.
Yeah, absolutely. And they are, he's the showrunner and he's the co-creator with the Lowe's.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. I look forward to that then.
So, yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens. No date yet for it. But yeah, Rob Lowe, the comeback is on. Has he gone away?
Don't know. I haven't heard from him for a while.
Yeah.
I would recommend people watching, even though the Santa Clarita Diet never really got an ending, I would recommend watching it.
It's so good. If you've not watched it, go and watch it.
It's really entertaining.
It's brilliant.
It really is. Next.
Do you like movies?
Yes. That's why I do what I do.
Do you think some movies are too long?
Yeah, we know we've had this conversation. Yes, I do.
Would you be interested in the fact that Netflix has created a new category?
Yeah.
Called short-ass movies.
Short-ass movies. Now, is that short movies or movies with short people in?
It's short movies.
Okay, cool.
They've stolen / borrowed / agreed to call it the category short-ass movies in response to a recent Saturday Night Live skit. Which Pete Davidson did, basically saying movies are too long.
He's right.
So parameters for this is that they have grouped into the short-ass movie categories any movie that is under an hour 40 minutes.
That's fair.
I would have gone an hour and a half.
I would have gone an hour and a half as well.
Personally. Maybe that meant there wouldn't be many movies. I don't know. Davidson then came online again and said, well, apart from The King of Staten Island, because that was 2.25 hours, but we needed all of those minutes. So
that's his own film.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So he jokes about short movies, but then made a long movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
That's there now. I had a look today.
Oh, really?
It's up. It's there already.
I bet a lot of the films we've done are in it.
Short-ass movies.
We tend to do 90-minute movies, don't we?
Yeah, not really on purpose.
No, it's not. No, not intentionally.
But I think it's just for the level of budget
that we're used to. Exactly.
You don't get many 3-hour epics made, on 2 pence, do you?
No.
Next. Okay, next bit of news. Lock and Key.
Yes.
Is coming to an end.
Yeah, I heard this.
Season 3 will be the final season.
Yeah.
And everyone seems reasonably happy about it.
Yeah, I don't see that as an issue. They've been given a chance to end it.
I don't think it's really a cancellation. It's more of a just, this is how long it needs to last for.
Yeah. It's got a finite life, hasn't it? And this is it.
Yeah, because if you're looking for the sort of clickbait, there is a lot of articles around at the minute saying Lock and Key cancelled.
Yeah.
It's not really the full story.
If you've cancelled it, you're finishing it now rather than letting them have a finale with a third season.
The story should be completed by the end of season 3. There will only be 8 episodes in season 3, though.
Okay.
So it's a couple less.
Usually 10, isn't it?
Yeah. I never went and watched season 2.
I went back and didn't finish. I did the first
one.
I did 2, I think, and then it was like, I don't know, it didn't seem to have the magic that the first season had.
It's one of the few graphic novels I own and have read all the way through, and it's brilliant as well. Yeah. I still never was asked or bothered or motivated to finish the second season.
I must borrow them off you at one point. I would like to read them. But no, I don't know. The second season just didn't grab me, and I don't think I will either. So
yeah.
Maybe 3 is enough. Maybe 2 was enough.
Maybe.
Who knows? Next.
News that's made everybody happy.
Yes, including myself. My good self.
Has come to light this week. Put the 25th of May in your diary.
It's in.
Because returning to Netflix is a new series of Somebody Feed Phil.
Oh, I can't wait. I absolutely love that show.
It's the best show.
I think it's Netflix's best show. I'm going to put it out there. Overall.
It's a happy place show.
It's such a happy place.
Just go and watch Phil Rosenthal travel around the world eating food, and the amount of joy that this guy surrounds this guy, and you kind of vicariously get that through this show. It's just
there's a picture of him on
amazing.
The screen now, and it's made me happy. I absolutely love him.
He's just kind of looking in awe at a sandwich.
He is. He's just got a sandwich in his hand.
I think we can all relate to that.
He looks very happy about it. Where are we going?
So 5 new episodes will drop the end of May. Acaxa in Mexico, Portland in Maine, Portland in Oregon. So 2 different Portlands. Helsinki and Madrid.
Nice. Okay.
Helsinki will be interesting, I think.
I think the Mexican one will as well, to be fair.
Try some...
I don't really know much about Helsinki. Yeah, that should be quite good.
It's the best show. Again, there's I don't know, 20, 25 episodes.
Yeah, it's out there. If you've not
on
watched,
Netflix,
if you've not watched,
go and check it out.
Phil. If you're paying for Netflix and haven't watched that, you're doing Netflix wrong.
It's also got one of the best theme tunes on.
It really
available
has.
on Netflix.
Absolutely has.
Which is just an absolute bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hero.
Somebody feed Phil.
Somebody feed the man. 25th of May.
He's always hungry.
Now that I do relate to. Next.
A somewhat of a directing legend is returning to work and has signed a deal with Netflix. Nancy Meyers has not done much for 7 years.
Wow.
You will know her body of work. She directed and wrote The Parent Trap. That's the remake version. Something's Got to Give, The Holiday, It's Complicated, What Women Want, Father of the Bride. She didn't direct that. She wrote and produced it. Her last movie was in 2015, starring Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro. It was The Intern. she's signed up to Netflix to write and direct and produce a new comedy movie.
Okay, cool.
No title yet, no synopsis. It's an ensemble comedy for release next year. Yeah, so...
Netflix love an ensemble at the minute.
After 7 years, she's coming back.
Good for her.
Let's see what happens.
See what she produces.
Controversial news.
Controversial news. You went down in tone then.
I don't know why, because it's not really serious. Netflix's upcoming Marilyn Monroe biopic.
Okay, I didn't even know they were making one.
Well, that's strange, because I'm sure we've mentioned it before.
Oh, wait, okay. Maybe I've just blotted it out my mind.
It's called Blonde.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, we have mentioned it.
And it stars Ana de Armas.
Yeah.
Adrian Brody. Bobby Cannavale.
Good cast.
It's due, no release date yet, but it is this year. 2022 is all that's been sort of mooted so far.
Okay.
Is the first movie produced by Netflix to receive an NC-17 rating.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Which over in the States is pretty rare.
Yeah, except that's the sex movies, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it is.
Or it's the sex movies or the like video nasties.
Yeah. They're only really given to nudity movies, I think.
It's not the first NC-17 rated movie on Netflix.
No.
But it's the first that they've produced.
Actually made themselves.
Apparently 365 Days was an NC-17 movie, and that was at the top of the charts loads last year.
It was.
That was a mucky movie.
Sex movie. I pretty much think they're only given to like sexy nudie movies.
The director of Blonde, Andrew Dominic, has admitted that his movie is demanding.
Okay.
Quite an honest interview. He says, if the audience don't like it, that's the fucking audience's problem.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's your problem.
He says, it's an NC-17 movie about Marilyn Monroe. Isn't that what you want? That's what I want. Well, you're making it, dude.
Oh, what a prick.
Yeah. Sounds controversial.
What is he saying there, though? What is he saying? Is he saying...
it's my movie. I've made the movie I want to make. I don't care if you like it or not. And that's my out already.
Or is he saying, this movie I've made is pretty shit. I'm going to own it up front and say that's your fault, not mine.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's my fault he's made a demanding movie. What's it demanding of me? I don't want to be demanding.
Watch me.
Watch me.
Watch me or else.
Okay, interesting. We'll keep our eye on that one. Next.
Bridgerton news next.
Okay.
So...
Have I missed one then?
No, I'm just going in a different order.
Oh, that's helpful. Thank you for
that. Bridgerton, obviously, top of the pops for Netflix over the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
I think we said before, it's already commissioned for a season 3 and a season 4.
Okay.
There's also now going to be a prequel.
Of course there is.
So it's all Bridgerton all the time on Netflix.
Can't have too much of a good thing, or can you?
The prequel will focus on the early life of Queen Charlotte from the show.
Okay.
Yeah, will be written by Shonda Rhimes still.
Okay.
And date again to be announced, but all the relevant cast are returning. Yeah.
You did all of season 2 of Bridgerton?
Yeah.
Didn't you? Yeah. We talked about it last week.
Yeah, we did. I mean, it's no standard Netflix, isn't it? Print that money.
Yeah, throw whatever. If something sticks.
Why is one season good enough when we can do 5?
Yeah. It seems to be the rule of TV world.
And Bridgerton is, it's all there. That material's there, isn't it? Those books are there, so it's just
easy.
Pump it out. Get it done.
Pump it out and people will watch it.
Yeah. Okay.
Next.
Some Bill Skarsgård news.
Love Bill Skarsgård.
He was in our table-topping movie from last season.
He was,
Villains.
indeed, yeah, Villains.
He has signed on to play the main role in the Crow remake.
Okay, that's a good bit of casting. I like that.
Yeah.
He'd make that work quite well, I think.
I think so. I think it feels like a remake / reboot of The Crow has been banging around for years and years and years.
You're right.
Well, it's finally happening, and Bill Skarsgård has signed up.
I like that. It's good casting. He's great. He's always great.
Apparently, a couple of years ago, Jason Momoa was on board for it, and that is another version that fell apart.
Interesting.
Not exactly like the gothy way.
No, that's not who I would. That wouldn't be my first choice of role. That's for sure.
Rupert Sanders has signed on to direct. He directed the live-action remake of Ghost in the Shell.
Okay.
A few years ago, scripted by Zach Balin, who was recently nominated for an Oscar for King Richard. Shooting will start in June.
Cool. In Prague.
Indeed.
Very gothy. Cool. I like Bill Skarsgård. I look forward to that. I haven't seen The Crow in years.
Same. I have seen it. I saw it a few times when I was of that sort of age where that was my sort of movie. It was cool. Yeah. It's fine. I remember it being a pretty good film.
Yeah.
Captain America and Black Widow are reuniting.
Oh, okay. Isn't one of them dead?
Spoiler
alert.
Well,
2 of them dead? Spoiler alert.
Not the characters.
Okay.
Just the people who play them.
They're not dead.
Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson have signed on to be directed by Jason Bateman.
Okay.
On Project Artemis.
Ooh. Sounds good. What's that?
It is a mysterious new movie, apparently.
Ooh, we like a mysterious movie.
It's a space movie.
Right.
And that's literally all the details that there are.
Oh,
but
okay.
Apple have purchased the rights to this movie.
Oh.
To make this movie. They paid out $100 million.
Wowzers.
Johansson is also producing because her company developed the screenplay. Yeah.
100 million. That's a big budget.
That's what that Oscar money gets you.
It is. That's exactly what's happening. It's already happening.
There's a bit of a race for Artemis movies because Tim Miller, the Deadpool director, is attached to a space movie called Artemis. And also Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who were behind the Lego movie, 21 Jump Street, all that. They're developing an adaptation of a novel called Artemis. So, Who will win? Who will be the first Artemis past the post?
Are we telling me we're going to potentially have 3 films called Artemis coming
Or
out?
a variation of,
the word.
Very complicated.
Interesting. Okay.
At least 2 of them will get their name changed to something really bland.
Yeah.
$100 million say it's not that one.
Yeah, agreed.
We'll see.
Next.
Okay, last bit of news.
Okay.
Pixar news.
Oh, okay.
The director of recent release Turning Red.
Yep.
Domi Shi has been promoted.
Promoted?
Yeah. She has been named Vice President of Creative, joining famous Pixar directors Andrew Stanton, Peter Sohn, and Dean Scanlon in guiding the studio's filmmakers on their own productions as part of the Pixar Brain Trust.
Brain Trust.
She started at Pixar as an intern, story artist on things like Inside Out, Good Dinosaur. She's the first woman ever to be a solo director on a Pixar feature.
Wow. And
Disney are now saying that Turning Red is the #1 film premiere in Disney Plus history.
Blimey. That's big, isn't it?
So, well done to her.
Good for her. Go and take
Good to see a bit of diversity at Disney.
Definitely. Something that doesn't happen very often at Disney, but it's nice to see it.
And that's the news.
Excellent. That's a great roundup of news, Nick. Well done.
Thanks.
I'm impressed. Have we got anything else? What have you watched at the top of the stream this week?
I've watched quite a bit.
Have you?
But some of are only little things.
Okay.
But I've sometimes had fun, and then I got to today and watched something else.
Not so fun.
This is not so fun. Okay. Where should we start? Let's start with with a cooking competition show.
A cooking competition show
that I've watched on Netflix.
Love them.
Called Is It Cake?
Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen Is It Cake. I've seen clips of it. I think it was on Gogglebox a few weeks ago. Thoughts? What?
It's fine.
Is it cake?
Sometimes it's cake. Sometimes it's not cake.
Okay.
That's the beauty of it.
That's the competition, is it?
Simply, a group of chefs are challenged to cook something. There's a theme for each episode, so it'll be like shoes, handbags, food. And they have to cook a cake and convince the judges that it's not cake. This is simple as that. Yeah,
simple as that. Simple. How does it go?
Mixed results.
Okay. Do they always look like cake, or do they sometimes? Have you been tricked yourself?
Yes, but it's a bit of a cheat because the judges aren't walking round like with a magnifying glass looking at the cake.
So
They're
like
about 15 feet away in a dimly lit room.
Got you. Yeah, that's...
So it's quite tricky.
But it's still impressive to not recognise something as a cake.
We are trying to make a 35-minute show about, is this a cake or not? Is it a cake or a
It's basically an Instagram
trainer?
Reel that's been made into a TV show.
It's a meme.
Yeah.
It's a TV show based on a meme.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
It's all right. It's not as annoying as I thought it would be.
Okay. How many have you watched?
3 or 4?
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say like 2.
No.
It just gets a lot more annoying as it goes on.
Yeah, but what I mean by that is like it's no... Like, remember when the floor is lava dropped?
Yeah.
And we were like, that's a really fun idea for a show, and you've just made it really loud and annoying.
Yeah,
and
it was very American,
too much.
wasn't it? Yeah.
And this is more on the right side of that, or it is so far. The ones
Good.
I've seen.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's fine. It's stupid. It's a show about are you biting into a cake or a trainer? You know, what is it? They don't actually bite into them. They should do.
Yeah, they should. That should be how you find out.
Yeah. It's just a dude with a knife.
Smash your face into them or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it a cake or an anvil?
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be on board.
Same.
It's fine to fill a few half an hour.
That's it. If you've got a spare half an hour, I don't think I'll be watching.
What else? I've watched, played. I don't know how to describe it.
I know. I think I know what you're going to say, and I've done it as well.
Trivia Quest.
It's a strange one, isn't it?
I think this is Netflix's quick response at getting in on the whole kind of Wordle thing.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's exactly what it is.
The game's nothing like it, but it's like a daily
It's
quiz.
exactly what I said they could do a few weeks ago when that cat burglar came out. I said you could have a quiz show that's interactive.
Yeah.
And within weeks they've done it.
So basically the premise is you have to release these characters who have been trapped by the evil bad guy.
Yeah.
By answering trivia questions.
Yeah.
I'm a bit confused there because the whole presentation of it is really like kiddie.
Really kiddie. And the questions are
like
really
preschool animation almost, isn't it? Like, oh, my friends have been captured by this evil. You've got to go and release them. But then the questions are not kiddie friendly at all.
They're quite difficult.
Yeah.
And then there's a hard mode as well, which you can also play.
So I'm confused to its aim.
Who's it marketed at?
Yeah.
It's a proof of concept again.
Yes,
they're working on something, and they're just making sure that it works.
Yeah.
That by doing shows like this.
Similar to the cat burglar one from a few weeks ago.
Whatever they're doing, they're working on something game-wise.
Or a movie.
Yeah. Something along those lines where you have to pick. Because this is taken up to the next level, because instead of having options where you press left or right now, you've got 4 options, and you have to actually use your controller on your remote.
I'd played it on my phone.
Oh, did you? Okay.
So it was the set. And there is a new episode every day through April.
Yeah.
Although, when I had a look earlier, I could have played the first 5 or 6 if I wanted to.
Yeah, I think you can replay them.
No, I could play the first 5 or 6 episodes.
Oh, okay.
On my phone, I could anyway.
It's the 7th of April.
Oh, yeah.
That's why.
It was like 1st of April.
No, it's the 7th of April, Nick.
I forgot how time works.
Yeah, time. You keep getting tripped up by time, you do.
Yeah.
I was really confused then. I was like, what are you talking about?
Doesn't take.
Yeah, there's only one coming every. I've done 2, I think.
Okay.
But you can't.
But I don't feel like I would.
I don't feel like
to go back and do this.
I'm not going to run to it every day.
No.
Like I do with Wordle and Wordle and Global and Framed now.
Have you tried Sickordle?
No, what's that?
It's 16 Wordles at once.
Fuck that! I can't even.
You get 21 goes to complete 16.
No, that sounds.
Try it.
Really?
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh,
I think I've managed it twice out of about 5 because you've not got wiggle room.
Right. Okay. What's it called? Sickordle.
Yeah.
God, we talked about Framed the other week, and now everybody's obsessed with that. Yeah. Everybody in the Discord.
It's been tough the last few days.
Yeah, it has. Yeah. Yeah, it has the last couple of days.
Yeah, check out Framed WTF and then come and join our Discord, and you can join the
get
Framed
into the chats. I don't play them till 11 because that's my first break at work. Yeah. So everybody's already played it by then, so I have to come back and I did it in 4 or 5. I don't think I've only failed 1 so far. I think a couple of days ago I didn't get it.
There was one that I got in the last one a couple of days ago, and I was like, I almost was like, you've just given it away, game.
Yeah,
with the last
frame's always the easiest one.
Yeah,
it gets harder as it goes through. People are not going to know what we're talking about, but go to frame.wtf and you have to identify a movie by a single frame.
Yeah.
And then you get 6 goes.
6 goes.
Huh. Excellent. Anything else?
Today, I, in not so much fun, watched the Jimmy Savile documentary on Netflix.
Okay. The Great British Horror Story, or whatever it's called. Thoughts? I haven't got to it yet.
It's fascinating.
Really?
Yeah, it's.
Are you learning stuff you didn't know?
Yes, but I wasn't really. I know as a kid, like when he was on TV, but I never really watched him. I was always like, oh, that's a boring kids show.
Yeah,
Jim will fix it. I remember my sister like watching it a lot. Cause I think she like wrote in quite a bit.
I wrote into it once.
I was like, no, once the cartoons have gone off, I'd be like, if Blue Peter, Jim will fix it. No, I'm gone. I'm not interested. Record breakers didn't like that either. But no, it's fascinating, and not knowing too much about it, the amount of people who had to have their head in the sands for this to go on is absolute travesty.
It's flabbergasting that he got away with it for as long as he did.
Yeah,
until he died. Nobody came out at all till he died.
Yeah.
I'm definitely watch it.
Watch it, because he was actually interviewed 2 years before he died, and basically the police were like, "There's nothing here."
Wow.
And he was like having party. He had something called like the Friday Club, when the Leeds police. He had friends who were coming around. They were policemen, every year. So it was absolutely disgusting.
I'm definitely going to. I said last week I find it really fascinating that somebody that we grew up with has got away with it for as long as he did.
People say it couldn't happen now.
Yeah, of course it could.
But it does happen.
Yeah, it does. Look at Prince Andrew. Don't look at Prince Andrew.
You're might have to beep some names. If you're gonna say names, you might have to get your beeper out.
Okay.
So no one sues us.
Nobody listens to this.
Yeah, but for example, there is a well-known Hollywood director.
Yes.
And it is an open secret that he has parties, young boys.
Yep.
And he's still working.
Yeah.
It happens.
It happens. There are people out there.
In position of power.
There are actors who are starring in cinema releasing films that are also, it seems to be an open secret that this sort of thing goes on.
Yeah.
It's just madness.
Yeah.
It's really madness. I'm sure there's a lot more goes on than you ever find out as well. 100%. I'm not going to name any more names, but it's mad that it happened in the 80s, but the fact that it's still happening now. Clearly happening now. People know about this sort of mind-boggling.
Not necessarily on the scale of Savile.
No, I don't think anybody's ever been on the scale of Savile.
No, but I mean, I don't want to give. What was the documentary? But his downfall seems to have aligned with the rise of the internet and people starting to talk to each other. People in far-flung parts of the country being able to this happened to me, that happened to me, and it's kind of snowballed from there. Friends reunited.
No, really?
One of the things that helped.
That's what did it.
Bring it down.
Interesting.
Remember that?
I do remember that. Madness.
It's as tasteful as these things could be. I didn't watch it and go, this is just there to grab headlines.
They're not glorifying him or anything.
No, I thought this has been dealt with pretty tastefully. It seems fairly even-handed from my limited knowledge, and
good. That's good. That's what we wanted.
Yeah.
I will watch it and we'll talk about it more next week, I guess.
Okay, deal.
Excellent.
How about you? What have you watched?
I watched a film at the weekend.
Okay.
I watched The Bubble.
Oh, I've not got to that yet.
Don't.
Yeah, but I really want to, because apparently it is. I've heard terrible things.
It's not great. I mean, I know I'm not the best judge of comedy films. We know this. It's a fact.
I'm not surprised that it's been getting. I thought this would be bad.
It's bad. It's really bad. It's not even just a little bit bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty awful. It's not what they're advertising it to be.
Right.
It's not a film about people. It is a film about people being stuck together making another film. But the fact that they're making a film is completely irrelevant to the story. They're just people stuck in a hotel.
Right.
The film's mentioned 4 or 5 times. It's so boring. It's just not entertaining.
So I don't know waste of good talent.
Yeah, the talent in it is unbelievable. But I don't know if it's too soon. There's still people in the world in lockdown.
We're still living through COVID.
We're still living through COVID, and now these comedy films are coming out about it. And it's just not funny yet. But one day maybe it'll be funny. But I don't know. I just didn't find it funny at all. I think everybody.
How can something like that be funny when we've got a fucking members of a government who should basically be driving around in a chariot made of bones from the people who they've killed because of their decisions?
Wow. Talk about having to beat things out. No, I couldn't agree more. I just don't know if it's come a year or two too soon.
Yeah.
And also, just try and make it a bit more funny because it's really silly at parts as well. It's pretty slapstick.
Okay.
And it just wasn't what I was expecting. And it could have been a really good satirical look at the last couple of years. And it really feels like a missed opportunity to me. I'm sure there'll be loads.
It is a great cast on paper.
That's unbelievable cast on paper. Everybody in it is overacting.
Yeah.
But it's a Judd Apatow film, so you're expecting people to be larger than life characters. But I don't know, maybe it's just not for me. But Ross watched it as well, and he didn't enjoy it as much as he was expecting to, so I feel validated slightly.
Okay.
But check it out and let me know what you think.
Yeah, will do.
Cool. I also started watching... I don't know what made me watch this. I think it's just because we've talked about it quite a lot over the last few weeks. I watched the first 2 episodes of The Last Bus.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
So this is like a teen drama that's just appeared on Netflix.
I think I will get to it at some point.
We talked about it a lot because Drew Casson's directed a couple of the episodes for it, and he's like, oh, God. All hail Drew Casson. But I actually really enjoyed it.
Cool.
It's quite entertaining.
Is it going for that kind of Stranger Things vibe?
Yeah, it's like a British version. To be fair, the big incident has only just happened in the second episode that I was watching, so I'm not into like the survival aspect of it yet. So, because basically what it is, these kids go on a field trip. This crazy billionaire, Elon Musk kind of character, has invented a way to cure global warming and bring the Earth back to how it should be. And basically, he's doing that by vaporizing all the humans.
Okay.
So he's got these little orbs that fly around, and they just shoot out laser beams and destroy humans. So these kids have managed to escape from where he was, and now they're on a bus. Yeah. And that's where I've left it at episode 2. So I've not got to that survival aspect, but all the kids are really entertaining. Does it look some good characters? It looks pretty
expensive. Because
it looks like a budget. It looks like a.
Is it like Doctor Who kind of?
I'd go probably a step up above that. Yeah,
because
it feels like a kids' TV show budget, but they've handled it quite well.
Okay,
I think. I mean, it's 6 kids on a bus now. That's what I'm going to be left with. But the scene where all these people are getting vaporized was really good, and it was actually quite tense as well.
Cool.
So yeah, I would highly recommend checking it out.
I do fancy watching that.
It's only half an hour an episode.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, so and the time is 10, so it's worth checking out for a half an hour show.
Great.
But, considering it's not really aimed at me, I actually really enjoyed it.
Well, what is it? What is?
I think it's aimed at teenagers.
Okay.
I think. Because
that's what I didn't quite get from the trailer and the material. Is like, am I similar to you? Is this?
It feels
not
like
aimed at me, or is it going for that more Stranger Things thing, which is actually more adult than it?
This is going to age me,
you think?
Right? Well, I'd say now it's going to age me, but I think you'll be able to relate to it. It feels like one of the shows that used to be on after News Round. So shows like Grange Hill, Biker Grove,
Around the Twist.
That sort of, as the kids shows were finishing and the teenagers shows were starting.
Okay,
that's what that was back in the 80s and 90s. It feels like it would have fit in nicely there.
Okay,
but yeah, I enjoyed the first 2. I'll stick with it definitely.
Cool, that's good.
It's fun. I had good fun with it. Anything else that you've watched? I watched the first episode of Moon Knight.
Oh, I've not done that yet.
I actually really enjoyed that as well. Yeah. I enjoyed that a lot more than I was expecting to.
Cool.
I thought that was really good. I thought the main guy was really well played. He played it really well, I thought.
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Because I think there's only 5 or 6. There's only going to be short as well.
It's coming weekly, isn't it, on Disney Plus? Yeah, I actually. I didn't have anything to watch last night, so I was like, I'll just stick that on because I've heard good things about it, and I actually thought it was really good. I don't know when the next one's out. Presumably today or tomorrow.
I think. Well, I'm just going on what they've done recently with the previous Marvel shows and the Mandalorian. I think Wednesday became Disney Plus's sort of weekly release date.
Well, there was only one there yesterday.
Okay,
because that's when I watched it.
I don't know when on a Wednesday though.
Okay, so maybe it came out afterwards. Yeah, maybe it's there now. I don't know.
Possibly.
We'll find out. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. I thought it was good. It had a bit of a Venom vibe to it, but good. So
I think it's interesting because coming out of like the Marvel sausage machine, this is a bit of a different approach, isn't it? So it's a debuting character, through the TV shows rather than
it's the first
into a movie.
It's the first Marvel show that's rated higher than the other Marvel shows. Is it TV-14?
Right. Okay.
I think it's the first one that's rated one level above all the others.
Okay.
So there's a bit more violence to it and a bit more gore to it than the previous Marvel shows.
And at least one, if not a couple of the episodes, directed by the chaps who did The Endless.
Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead.
A movie we thought a lot of on our show. I think
they've done 3 of them.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nice.
Excellent. Yeah,
I will get to it.
Get to it. It's good. I enjoyed it. Do you want to extend some rods over?
Yeah, let's do it.
We watched episode 3 of Kiss Me First.
We did.
What did you think of this one?
It was the least interesting one so far. But that's not to say it's bad. I felt it was a bit tready watery.
I agree. I thought it was a good episode. I didn't think it was as good as the first 2, but it's losing me a little bit. There's so much going on.
There is a lot going on.
I'm not quite sure what's happening now. It's like because they've got their own VR personalities and their real life personalities, and they're kind of merging now. It's lost me a little bit.
And Layla, our main character, is doing a bit of sort of detective work. So a couple of times she's nipped into the VR world as someone else.
Yeah, so she's playing other characters.
You've got to have your wits about you.
You've got to really sit and concentrate on it.
And she's kind of become this sort of guardian angel in the real world. Yeah. So she went and found this young lad who was having a tough time, wasn't she, in real life?
Yeah, and he's one of the gang that she's met in VR.
Yeah. And then he exploded at the end.
He blew himself up with a homemade bomb at the end. Blew his care home worker up with him. It feels like the kid...
But she's also causing chaos because her best friend, it's her friend Tess that she made, so she sent her boyfriend away.
Yeah, she got rid of him.
So there is a lot going on.
Blackmail him. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of threads.
It feels like the main guy in the group of VR friends is somehow managing to persuade the other kids to kill themselves in ways. That's the second one now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really good though. It's really entertaining. I can't remember her name. The girl who's playing the best friend, who's sleeping with the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Numi, is it? No.
Tess.
Is it Tess?
Yeah.
Okay. What's her? She must have a funny VR name. I don't know. Anyway, I think she's really
Mania.
Mania. That's it. That's what I was trying to think of. And I think she's playing it really well. She had like a breakdown in this episode where she was just trashing shit, and she played that really well. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what's going on, but I'm quite enjoying it. I have no idea where it's heading.
No, and I'm intrigued to find out. Like I said, I did not like this episode. I just thought it was a bit flatter than the first 2, but that's fine.
Yeah, agreed. Couldn't agree more. Do you want to see if we can go through the Netflix top 10? See what's happening?
Yeah, let's do that. I've not done that for a while.
We've done it for a while. We've got a bit of time left. So the current global top 10 for movie projects on Netflix.
Movie projects?
Movie projects.
I think they're called projects. Movies.
Number 10 is currently The Escape Room, or Escape Room. That must be new onto Netflix because I've seen
loads of movies called that.
Yeah, this is it came out a few years ago. I went to cinema to see it. It's actually quite good. I don't know if it's new to Netflix or if it's just managed to pop into the top 10. But I would check it out if you've not seen it. I enjoyed it. Rescued by Ruby is at number 9.
Okay.
Any idea what that is?
No idea.
Dog film.
A dog film.
It's got a dog on the poster.
I think it might be a police dog. Something. Well, I'm not watching that. I don't like it when animals die. I don't know if she dies. I don't know.
Now, this is an interesting one.
Okay.
Number 8 in this week's Netflix movie charts is Gemini Man.
Yeah.
Gemini Man is a good few years old now and is a Will Smith-led project.
Okay, fine. Does he slap anyone in it?
Possibly. I don't know if it's new to Netflix or if it's had a resurgence because of recent news events. I would hope that his work is not getting viewed because of that, but you never know, do you?
People are.
It's supposed to be fucking terrible as well. It's supposed to be. I've not seen it.
It's a remake of a much better film from the 70s, I think.
It's supposed to be awful. Number 6 is number 7, not number sex. I don't know why I said that. I'm not even on number 6, which sounds like sex. It's Shrek Forever After, which is the final Shrek film.
It feels like there's always a Shrek in the charts.
It does, doesn't it? It's weird. They're just
but it's never the same one.
No. People just watch. If Shreks are on Netflix, people watch them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right. It is never the same one. Number 6 is Blade Runner 2049.
I should get to watching that.
I've never watched it either.
Because I love Blade Runner. And I think I'd love this. but I just need to put 3 hours aside.
It's another one of them long ones, isn't it? It's not going to be in that short ass movies category.
I didn't realise Jared Leto was in it.
Yeah, that's problematic.
Fast forward those bits.
Probably. Yeah. I don't know is that just recently come to Netflix as well? Because that's been.
I'm going to say yes, 1 week.
Yeah, 1 week in the charts.
Yeah.
Six Underground is at number 5.
It's made a comeback. It's the Reynolds effect.
It is the Reynolds effect.
I told you, we're over the Reynolds horizon, and I don't know what's going on.
We're getting to get to the other side. Number 5 in the charts, 8.73 million.
Well, I think there's a couple of reasons for that.
What's that?
My theory being, yes, obviously Reynolds is riding high with the Adam Project. But also Michael Bay's got a new movie out.
True.
The Ambulance.
Yeah.
And I think people have probably gone, oh, what else Michael Bay done?
Because The Ambulance is reviewing really well. Yeah. Apparently it's really, really good.
Oh, 600. I didn't realise that was him. That's been on my list for ages. Let's go and watch it.
That's probably what's happening. The Blind Side is at number 4.
It's got to be new to Netflix.
Yeah, it's got to be. Nearly 10 million hours viewed this week.
Sandra Bullock won an Oscar for that, did she not?
I believe she did. Yeah. Trust No One, The Hunt for the Crypto King is at number 3.
Okay.
There's a documentary about crypto. I have no interest in crypto. I haven't even thought about watching that. The Bubble is at number 2, which, to be fair, should be at number 1. If that's a successful film, that should be at number 1, right?
Sure.
That's Netflix's big film of this
week. Yeah, 100%.
And it hasn't managed to knock the Adam Project off number 1. So,
and it's not really close.
No, it's not. The 12.4 million for The Bubble and 17.72 million for the Adam Project,
which is
its
now
4th week.
Yeah, and it's now been out for a month. I don't know if that reflects badly on The Bubble or well on the Adam Project or neither.
Bit of both, I think. It definitely doesn't reflect well on the Bubble. I don't think that Hunt for the Crypto King nearly beat it. It's only 400,000 viewing hours behind.
Yeah,
interesting. Should we see how that's affected the world top 10 or the all-time top 10?
Yes,
not really has. The Adam Project is at number 5 now.
Oh, okay. So
that's done its first.
It lands at the 5th most successful movie in its first 28 days on Netflix.
Yeah.
God, they got to be annoyed they didn't make it one place up. They're only 4 million hours behind Extraction.
It wasn't all that long ago. Extraction was at number 1.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. So Ryan Reynolds got 3 films in there now.
Yeah.
Red Notice is still flying high. Do you want to do TV shows?
Yeah, let's do TV.
Oh, I've not found out. I meant to do some research before I recorded today. Better Call Saul was supposed to come out this week.
Right.
And hasn't.
Oh, interesting.
So apparently it's been pushed for another couple of weeks.
Okay.
But it was definitely this week it was due. Unless the website we were reading from was wrong.
But
it's now coming on the 19th.
It's a broadcast show in the States, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I wonder, again, I'm just postulating here. If it wasn't scheduled to show consecutively on broadcast, if Netflix have just bumped it up so they're ensuring they're getting an episode a week,
possibly
because in the States on broadcast shows you get a lot of here's 4 new episodes, 2 weeks of reruns.
Yeah, maybe that's what's happened. Maybe there's a gap in the schedule.
That might be.
Something's definitely happened, unless that website we were reading from a couple of weeks ago was wrong. Current TV top 10 for the past week is Taboo season 1 in 10th. Vikings Valhalla season 1 at 9th. That's been out for 5 weeks now.
Yeah, it's good going.
In the top 10. Top Boy season 1 is in 8th. Pieces of Her season 1 is in 7th. I never did go back to that. Probably not going to. Top Boy season 2 is at 6th. Top Boy's recently just come to Netflix.
Yeah.
Number 5 is The Last Kingdom season 5. That's the final season of The Last Kingdom. So I assume that's why that's in there. Inventing Anna's still there, number 4.
8 weeks.
8 weeks in the top 10.
And
that's crazy.
Yeah, still to be in the top 5. That's brilliant.
Yeah, because it's a great show.
And also, because it's so fucking long, it's going to take you 8 weeks to watch the
There is that.
thing.
It has got a lot more hours to it than most of these other shows. Number 3 is It Cake season 1? That's doing really well. 26 million viewing hours. And then number 2, Bridgerton season 1. And number 1 is Bridgerton season 2.
Look at those numbers. Season 2 of Bridgerton. Nearly 252 million hours.
That's madness.
This week. It absolutely smashes everything else in the current top 10.
252 in a week?
In the past week. So it's its second week.
It's riding. It's going to get into this top 10 of all time then, of the way it's going.
Yeah.
Current top 10 of all time is the number 10th is You season 2 with 457 hours. Yeah, it's going to get into that top 10. Where it lands in that top 10 is another thing.
Yeah.
Bridgerton season 1 is obviously at the top of that. For some reason, Netflix now split global and English language TV shows.
Why.
I don't understand why that is. But yeah, that's quite interesting. It's
sure.
It's been an interesting couple of weeks on the old Netflix. Somebody I work with cancelled his Netflix subscription this week because it's too expensive.
Okay.
I found that quite interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
People are actually doing that now.
Not interested in Stranger Things season 4.
He told me, right? He's been telling me for weeks that he's going to start listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
But he's going to wait till we start the next season.
Okay.
Which is fine. That's fair. I said to him, yeah, do that. That's a good way. Because he's like, I want to watch along. And now he can't watch along because he cancelled his Netflix. So he's just been bullshitting me, I think.
Whatever. Do what you want. You can still listen and not watch the movies. It's fine.
Absolutely. Some people do. Some people. There's at least one listener who hasn't even got a Netflix subscription.
Well, there you go.
He's in the Discord. Plus, we do the wave every week. That's not even about movies. So just listen to us two talk
especially about circuses.
Yes, all sorts of shit goes on.
What's your favourite animal?
What film are we talking about this week, Nick? Talking of circuses.
This week, we are watching a movie called He Never Died.
He never did.
He never did die.
He never died.
It is a dark comedy horror movie, I think I would say.
That's fair. It's going to be a fun episode, I think.
Yeah, I don't really want to say too much more.
No, nor do I. I don't want to give anything away on this.
It goes some places. It stars Henry Rollins.
Yeah, it does.
Who you may know as a punk rock star. You may know as popping up in various different acting roles over the years.
Yeah, he's just one of those guys that's always been around, isn't
he?
So yeah, we're gonna go away now. We're gonna go and talk about that film, and then that episode will come out this Thursday.
Yeah, back here, same feed, Thursday.
Yes.
He never died.
He never did.
Never did die.
He never did die. Cool. Yeah, so go away, watch that film if you're not already, and we'll be back on Thursday to talk to you about it.
Cheers.
Bye.